Okay, call to order the April 11th, 2016 meeting of Latrobe City Council. Please stand for the pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this time, I would ask for a moment of silence to give thanks, to ask for guidance, or to just quietly relax. Thank you. Roll call, Ms. Buck. Mr. Bartels?
Here.
Mr. Murphy?
Here.
Mrs. Caldwell-Craver? Mr. Forrest?
Here.
Mr. Baldmary?
Here.
Ms. Beasy? Here. Here. Six present. Here. May I have a motion to approve the minutes from the March 14th, 2016 meeting?
I move the minutes of the March 14, 2016 meeting be approved and accepted and be permitted to remain on the Secretary's desk where they will be available for reading and inspection to anyone.
May I have a second, please?
I'll second that motion.
Any questions or discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. May I have a motion to approve the fiscal department reports and the paid bills for the months of March 2016?
I'll make a motion.
Mr. Martha made the motion. May I have a second? Mr. Spalding seconded it. Any questions or discussions?
Anything not on the budget? Not budgeted?
No.
Any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. At this time, we have the citizens' request portion of the council meeting. I ask that you come to the microphone, state your name, and limit your comments to 3 to 5 minutes. This is to deal with items of the agenda. We'll have a separate section at the end of the meeting. Okay, moving on to committee reports. Finance Committee, we don't have anything at this time. Julie? Public Safety, Eric and Julie and Duffy, do you have anything? No? Okay. Personnel Committee, Jack? We haven't done anything on health insurance yet, but we will be soon. Events Committee, did you guys have a meeting?
Yeah, we gearing up for the Christmas light up night and that. Getting ready for that. It's in the beginning stages.
Okay, what, and other stuff? Are you working on an estimate too?
Yeah, well, I don't think we did as a committee, but I am because I'm on the committee and in charge of the 5K. The banana split is going to be extremely wonderful this year, for lack of a better word. But Alan's planning, we're all planning a lot of stuff. There's going to be a lot going on.
They made the announcement on the radio last week that the concert in the park is going to feature Kelly Pickler this year, so that's pretty cool. At the stadium, what did I say? At the stadium. Jack, anything you want to add?
No.
Parking Committee, did you guys meet yet?
No, we haven't had a meeting yet.
Okay. And the showcase thing, Julie, you guys haven't met yet? Okay. We have time. Board and authority reports. I know there was stuff in our packets, but I don't think there's anything to report on any of those. Department reports. Mike?
Nothing to report at this time.
Chief? Umar?
Nothing.
We're just flying through this, aren't we? Chief Brazili?
I'm not going to break for you.
Yeah.
I'm not for you. I'm there.
And?
I have nothing to report either.
Woo-hoo. Zach, you're up.
The first item that we're going to address today is a resolution to approve the naming and erecting of a new street sign at the entrance to the Refuse and Recycling Center to be designated as Joseph A. Bush Way. The resolution begins, whereas Joseph A. Bush, the former director of the Public Works Department for the City of Latrobe, recently passed away, and whereas Joseph A. Bush was a dedicated servant to the City of Latrobe who provided leadership to the community and worked tirelessly to improve the city, and whereas the Council of the City of Latrobe now desires to honor Mr. Bush by designating the private road at the City of Latrobe Refuse and Recycling Station, traversing from the entrance to the station to the compactor as Joseph A. Bush Way. Now therefore be it resolved by Council of the City of Latrobe in a regular meeting assembled and by the authority of the same, Section 1, the Council of the City of Latrobe does hereby authorize and approve the designation of the private road at the Latrobe Refuse and Recycling Station, traversing from the entrance to the station to the compactor as Joseph A. Bush Way. Section 2, the working foreman of the Public Works Department is hereby authorized and directed to erect the appropriate signage for Joseph A. Bush Way. Section 3, this way shall not be a public thoroughfare, but shall be posted for private use only for those individuals who are lawfully utilizing the station, and this resolution will take effect immediately. The appropriate action would be to make a motion approving the resolution as read by the solicitor.
May I have a motion to adopt the resolution as read by the solicitor?
I'll make a motion to approve the resolution as read by the solicitor.
Thank you. Mr. Bartels, may I have a second, please?
I'll second, Madam Mayor.
Any questions or discussion? I have one. Are we going to do, when it's ready, we're going to do a ceremony up there, correct?
Yeah, you may.
In May, okay. Any other questions? Ms. Buck?
This is Resolution 2016-23. Ms. Beazey?
Yes.
Mr. Bartels?
Yes.
Mr. Baldner?
Yes.
Mr. Murphy?
Yes.
Mr. Forage?
Yes.
Mayor Wolfer?
Yes.
That is 6 yes.
The next item on the agenda is authorizing the solicitor to prepare and advertise an ordinance to amend Chapter 154. As we discussed during the agenda session, the approval process for site development in the city of Latrobe, as currently situated, or as currently written, is somewhat conflicting. The definition section envisions council having final approval. However, the procedure section of the chapter has the planning commission providing both preliminary and final approval. At the agenda session, council had indicated that they would like that to be clarified and have the process have council giving final approval for site development. So at this point, my recommendation would be that we make a motion authorizing the solicitor to prepare and advertise an ordinance amending Chapter 154 of the City Code, designating City Council as the body to provide final approval on all land development plans.
May I have a motion?
I'll make that motion, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Forrest. May I have a second, please?
I'll second.
Thank you, Mr. Murphy. Any questions or discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
The next item on the agenda is in the Public Works Department. It's entitled Authorizing Public Works Department to Hang 2 Banners across Ligonier Street for an establishment. There's currently a special event to be scheduled this summer at Battaglis Creekside Grill. They've requested to have banners hung across Ligonier Street to advertise for a short period of time. The content of that banner would be approved by the city. It would be erected by the city, and all costs related to the sign and erection would be paid for by the applicant. If council wishes to authorize this, the motion would be to permit the hanging of 2 banners across Ligonier Street for a special event held by Battaglis Creekside Grill on the condition that the banners be hung on a temporary basis. The design is approved by the Code Enforcement Office, and all expenses related to the preparation and hanging of the banners are borne by the applicant.
May I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
May I have a second, please?
I'll second.
Any questions or discussion?
When is that going to be taken down? Do we have
We'll let it be up for a month.
We don't have a time frame yet, though, right?
I'm not sure when the
can't remember what it is. I'll have to find out, I'm not sure exactly the date, he did tell me, but I think it's like September.
So it would be a month prior to the date of the event?
Yeah, well, I think it'd be hanging during the month of September, I believe.
When will it be taken down?
Oh, it's only gonna be up for a month.
Right after the event?
Oh, yeah. But my point is, it would only be hung a month in advance,
Yeah.
and then we take it down as soon as the event's over. By our crew, we'll charge them time to gather up and time to take the banner down.
Are they getting the banner?
They're gonna select it, but we're gonna make sure it's appropriate for what we want.
They're gonna have to show us,
Yes.
what it's gonna look like first.
Yeah, it's gonna be, the city needs to approve the content of the banner. That's-
Yeah, I didn't want to hang it for weeks after the event.
No, I wouldn't be taking that after the event, wasn't sure, I'm not sure if it's the month of, I believe it's the month of September, but I don't know.
Mr. Bartels, do you have a question?
No, that was my question.
Any other questions? It's the motion, yeah. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
The last item in the Public Works Department was the motion to authorize the Public Works working foreman to advertise and seek bids for the 2016 paving program. At the last agenda session, council discussed the various options that we had, and my understanding of how it was left is that we would allow the Public Works Department to bid out the concreting or seal chipping process as they saw fit in their under their analysis. So that the appropriate motion would be to authorize the working foreman of the Public Works Department to advertise and seek bids for the 2016 City of Latrobe paving program.
May I have a motion as outlined by the solicitor?
I'll make that motion, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Forrest. May I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Bartels. Any questions? We talked about this at length at the agenda meeting, so we're full. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. That's it? I know, that's it for the agenda.
Yes.
Okay, we have unfinished business. We have a board appointment to the Industrial Development Authority. I never can remember how we do this. I appoint
Normally you, yeah.
I appoint Otto Salguero
Salguero?
to the Industrial Development Authority. And you would read the motion then.
Yes, we have a resolution appointing Otto R. Salguero to the Industrial Development Authority. Now therefore be resolved by Council of the City of Latrobe in a regular meeting assembled and by the authority of the same, Section 1, that Otto R. Salguero be and is hereby appointed as a member of the City of Latrobe Industrial Development Authority, and the appropriate action would be to make a motion to approve the resolution as read by the solicitor.
May I have a motion to approve the resolution as read by the solicitor?
I'll make that motion.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Any questions? Ms. Bott?
This is resolution 2016-24. Mr. Forrest,
Yes.
Mr. Murphy,
Yes.
Mr. Baldmary,
Yes.
Mr. Bartels,
Yes.
Ms. Beasley. Yes. Mayor Wolford.
Yes.
6 yes.
With that, Barb, how many we still have empty spots on the boards, correct?
Just a couple now, that zoning hearing board alternate and civil service.
Okay.
All the other ones have been filled.
Well, that's great. So we're still looking though for 2 more people to fill those vacant slots.
That's just an alternate on the zoning hearing.
Yeah, but the other ones have all been filled on the regular board.
At this time, we have some new business. We are fortunate here in the city of Latrobe that we have an opportunity to recognize employees for their longevity here. We're just very blessed that we have employees that we hire and that they stay and are committed to our community. And it gives me great pleasure and honor to recognize 2 of our employees this year that have reached 15 years of service. I'm going to come down here. guys all want to come down and we can all just kind of... The first one is, I'd ask Police Officer Robert Dirk to please come forward. Officer Dirk, in recognition for 15 years of outstanding service as a police officer and as the K-9 handler during several of those years for the City of Latrobe Police Department, the City of Latrobe extends our sincere appreciation and recognition to Officer Dirk for his loyalty, selfless bravery, and honorable service to the community. Thank you, Officer Dirk. Officer Wiggin, will you please come forward? Officer Wiggin, in recognition for 15 years of exemplary service as a police officer and as a backup for sergeant when needed for the City of Latrobe Police Department, the City of Latrobe extends our sincere appreciation and recognition to Officer Wiggin for his loyalty, selfless bravery, and honorable service to this community. Congratulations and thank you. If everyone would stick around, we have some refreshments to celebrate and recognize our police officers for their dedicated service to the City of Latrobe. So thank you, gentlemen, very much, and thanks to your families. We know that what you do is very dangerous work, protecting the citizens of Latrobe, and we recognize that at times it's difficult on your families, so thanks to your families as well. At this time, we have our open forum. If the citizens have anything that they would like to discuss that's on their minds, please go to the microphone. State your name and address and limit your comments to 3 to 5 minutes, please. Come on now. If there is nothing, then we'll move on to the city manager's report.
Just real quick, a reminder that we're having at 2 o'clock tomorrow, we're having a meeting that the council is welcome to regarding the new traffic lights and curb cuts that PennDOT's planning on doing in 2018. You're all welcome. It's 2 o'clock. I know it's kind of difficult for people working, but you're welcome to attend if you wish. That's it.
Where at?
Yeah, it'll be here, Council Chairman.
And as for the mayor's report, the only thing I have to report is at next month's meeting, I've invited a special guest. It is the 2015-16 International Junior Miss. She has Latrobe connections, and I've asked her to come and just kind of give a little speech about her journey and her connection to the City of Latrobe. And it's kind of was the jump start to our student showcase committee, even though she's currently not a resident of Latrobe. Her mom was. Her mom was a graduate of Greater Latrobe High School. And so I thought it might be fun. So to recognize her and give everybody an opportunity to meet the International Junior Miss of 2015-16.
Is that the meeting or the agenda?
It'll be the meeting on the 9th. The May meeting on the 9th. Other than that, lots of things going to be coming up this summer, so just be aware. We have, there's some events at the Art Center for kids in May. I think Daniel Tiger t-shirt painting thing, and in June we'll be having the Bringing Fred Home event, June 10th and 11th. Where we will be dedicating the historical marker for Mr. Rogers, as well as a bronze statue over in the park. We have the 4th of July coming up, the Banana Split Festival. I'm sure I'm missing some things, but just keep an eye out to the newspapers. I'm sorry, what? Steeler Fest. Lots of good things happening in Latrobe. So hope to see everyone there. And if anyone else has anything?
First Word Fireman's Fair.
First Word Fireman's Fair. I grew up there, so support your local firemen.
It's in June.
And that's in the beginning of June, it's usually the first week of June. Nothing else, then I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion, Madam Mayor.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Meeting adjourned, let's have some refreshments.